Eastern Arizona College's KATO Gymnasium. Starting lineup tonight for Arizona Western tonight under the direction of Kyle Isaacs at 13-3 overall, 6-2 in the ACC EAC. They'll go with a 6'3 sophomore from Sacramento, number 0, Marquise Hargrove. A 6-foot freshman from San Diego, number 1, Marquise Williams. A 6-foot sophomore from Houston, number 2, Evan Butts. A 6'9" sophomore from New Jersey, number 3, Yaxel Lindenborg. And a 6'6" sophomore from Yuba City, California, number 10, Malachi Harris. The starting lineup for Eastern Arizona College tonight, a 6'3" freshman from Portland, Oregon, 0, DeRay Seamster. A 6'1" freshman from Oregon, number 1, Noah Agoli. A 6'6" freshman from Portland, Oregon, number 2, Rayshawn Seamster. A 6'7" freshman from Adelaide, Australia, number 13, Akuk Machar. And I think we've lost the scoreboards, the power, the scoreboard, the PA announcer, everything tonight. And now we've got some feedback. Akuk Machar and number 33, Theo Sang, the 6'9" sophomore from Davis, California. That was nicely done, though, by the PA announcer here. He just rolled with it. They lost power, and they came back and rolled right into it. Eastern in their home white uniforms tonight with gray and purple. Arizona Western in their road black uniforms with maroon and gold. We're ready to go here at Eastern Arizona College. Hope you're having a great Saturday night. Amanda Patterson here on the stats, Bruce Warner on the camera, and Chip Griffin down there pushing the buttons on the video side as well. Those of you listening on the radio in the Gila Valley, KATO 1230 AM, also on GilaValleyCentral.net and on the EAC Athletics YouTube page. It'll be Landenborg, the St. John signee, against the Sac State transfer Theo Sang to jump center to get this one going. Eugene Edgerson will toss. The tap is one into the backcourt to Eastern Arizona College, Noah Agoli. He's picked up by Marquise Williams in the backcourt, left to right. On top now to Sang. Sang guarded by Lindenborg. On top to Machar, right side. Now to Sang on the right baseline. He'll drive right, cut it back across to Agoli, left side, wide open for a 3, lets it fly, just barely draws iron, and Lindenborg with the rebound. Into the hands of Williams. He'll bring it into the front court, right to left. Right side guarded by Machar. Gets a screen from Landenborg. Comes around the top of the key with it. Swings it around right side to Landenborg. Landenborg now gets it back to Williams. Williams crosses over on Machar. Double team comes. Hands it off right side to Malachi Harris. Harris kicks it left corner. Stolen away by Agoli, and the Monsters get it back. Quickly up into the front court to Rayshawn Seamster. Fade away right side from 8. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Theo Sang, and the putback is up and in, and the Monsters lead 2-0. These two teams are pretty much tied in the ACC standings. If Eastern wins tonight, they will jump the Matadors. Butts with the ball, top of the key, swings it around to Hargrove. Hargrove holds. He'll come left on the dribble, back to Butts. Butts comes right around to Lindenborg's screen, gets into the lane against Sang, can't hit the shot. Rebounded by Seamster for the Monsters. Here he comes on the run to a goalie up the left side. Back to Seamster. Seamster drives the lane, gets all the way through, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Went right at the big man and drew the foul. Actually, they're going to say the foul was on 0, Marquise Hargrove. It'll be his first and the first team foul. And that'll put DeRay Seamster at the line for the Monsters. Seamster at the line to shoot 2. Fires the first. That one rolls in and good. 3-0 Monsters. Tonight, there is a ton of youth basketball players here in the audience. That's because Eastern invited Thatcher, Safford, Pima, and Morenci youth basketball community, and they were asked to wear their jerseys, so they did. The up and in, second for DeRay Seamster, and it's a 4-0 Monster lead. Full court pressure for the Monsters. Into the front court, Butts with it left side, and throws it away into the back court. That'll be a turnover all the way back down in the front court for the Monsters. Eastern putting on a little full court pressure, and the Matadors turned it over. They're going to put 20 on the shot clock, and it will be Eastern to inbound front court left. DeRay Seamster will inbound with Malachi Harris guarding him. Gets it in on top to a goalie. A goalie left side to Rayshon Seamster. Back on top to a goalie. A goalie barks out. Play call against the zone. Left side to Seamster, 9 to shoot. Back to a goalie. He'll go left, kicks it into the corner to Rayshon. He'll drive, running floater on the way, won't go. Gets his own rebound back, and the putback is good. Timeout, Western. 18:03 to play here in the first half. Monsters out to a 6-0 lead. We'll be back inside KATO in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Lee Pitt. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Eva Salomans. I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Java Pie at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Inside KATO Gymnasium here on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. 18:03 to play in the first half, and the Monsters lead 6-0 here over Arizona Western College. Malachi Harris will inbound for the Matadors, right to left. Into Marquise Williams. He'll walk it into the front court, picked up by Machar, top of the key. Hands it off right side to Hargrove, now to Butts, around left side to Harris. Harris holds, now on top to Lindenborg. Now right side to Williams. Williams in the lane to Hargrove, and he gets to the bucket. Reverse layup and good for Marquise Hargrove. First points of the ball game for the Matadors. 6-2, Eastern leads, 17.5 to play in the first half. A goalie with the basketball into the corner to Machar. Machar has it knocked out away by Hargrove on the pass attempt. It will stay with Eastern with 19 on the shot clock. DeRay Seamster will inbound. Front court right. Into the backcourt to a goalie. Picked up by Butts. Crossover on him, right side to Seamster. Seamster down low to his brother Rayshon. Rayshon on the block, gets in the lane, fades away. Good for Rayshon Seamster. Over to the top of Marquise Hargrove. Eastern getting him back for the first time in a week. It's an 8-2 Eastern lead. Harris with the ball, right side to Lindenborg. Right side back to Harris, drives the baseline, poked away by Machar and out of bounds. It will stay with the Matadors. Into the Western lineup, number 5, Alexis Marmolejo, a 6'1" freshman from San Diego. It will be Matador basketball, baseline left. Williams to inbound. Lobs it in on top to Lindenborg. Works against Sang, way out on top. Now back to Marmolejos. He'll go left, cut off by a goalie. Back to Lindenborg. Lindenborg works against Sang on the baseline. He's got him cut off there, pushes him down into the lane, puts up a quick jumper. That won't go. Rebounded by Seamster, and a foul called against the Matadors. It's either Harris or Lindenborg. It will be Lindenborg. Lindeborg. No second in. Lindeborg. His first, second team foul. It'll be Eastern basketball. 8-2, Monsters on top, 16:48 to play in the first half. DeRay Seamster into the front court, left side. Now back on top to a goalie. A goalie comes right, down low to Sang. Sang draws the double team into the lane to Seamster. His jumper is good for DeRay Seamster. Timeout, Western. 16:34 to play in the first half. Eastern 10, Western 2. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have for my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I just think about it is you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside here at Eastern Arizona College. Some changes for the Matadors. They'll go with number 4, Noah Tovar, 6'4" freshman. in for the first time, and 22, Cooper Church, a 6'9 freshman from Tacoma, Washington. Into the front court, Isaiah Amato, who's in for the first time as well. Out on top now to Marmolejos. He'll come left onto goalie, driving left into the lane, cut off there, kicks it out on top to Tovar. Tovar right side against Rayshawn Seamster. Goes right, draws a double team, kicks it back out on top to Lindenborg. Near side for three on the way and good for Alexis Marmolejos. Averages 10.6 per game for the Matadors. 10-5, Eastern on top, 16 minutes to play in the first half. A goalie with the ball on the near side. Goes left on top to Seamster. Seamster to Machar. To a goalie. A goalie, 12-foot jumper right side. Good for Noah Agoli. 12-5, Eastern on top. A goalie saw some space, just pulled the trigger, and it went up and in. Marmolejos with the ball top of the key, hands it off to Tovar around a high screen. He spins into the lane, leaves it back out on top. Shovel pass to Marmolejos, left side. He drives against Seamster. Scoop shot is no good. Rebound is loose and chased down by Theo Singh, and he is fouled by Lindenborg. That'll be his second.
Now against Matadors number 3.
Yaxel Lindenborg will be headed to the bench for the Matadors. He'll be replaced by Leroy Glover, the 6'8 freshman from San Diego. It'll be Eastern basketball, backcourt. DeRay Seamster to inbound, into a goalie. The goalie walks it up, left side to Machar. Now to Seamster, in the corner to Sang. Sang drives, leaves it down low to Rayshawn Seamster, and he dunks it home. Two-handed for Rayshawn Seamster. 14-5, Monsters on top, 15:05 to play in the first half. Church with the ball, gives it left side to Marmolejos. On top now to Glover. He'll dribble it around right side to Amato. Amato into the 15-foot range. Left side now to Tovar. Tovar against Seamster, way out on top. 11 to shoot. Tovar goes left against Seamster, into the lane, and a reach-in foul going to be called on Rayshawn with 6 on the shot clock. That'll be the first on Rayshawn, first team foul against Eastern as well. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 55, Talbot Kamar, a 6'4 freshman from Mesa, replacing Akuk Machar. It'll be Matador basketball, baseline left. Amato will inbound. Lobs it into the backcourt to Tovar, catches it over his shoulder and regains possession. Works it up against a goalie. Now into the front court with 13 to shoot. Goes right against a goalie, cut off on the elbow, keeps driving, right baseline, and a traveling violation called against Tovar. It'll be a turnover back to the Monsters. Into the Matador lineup, 0, Marquise Hargrove. And it will be Monster basketball left to right. Into the front court to Seamster, left side. Out on top to a goalie. On top to Seamster. Seamster to Sang on the right elbow. Works against Glover. Goes right. Now backs his way down. Draws the double team. Kicks it on top to a goalie. To Kamar, left side. He'll drive the lane. Down low to DeRay Seamster, off the glass and good. And a delay a game against DeRay Seamster for catching the ball out of the basket. And no penalty, just a delay, or just a warning. 16-5, Monsters lead, 14:04 to play in the first half. In the lane to Glover, Glover to the glass and good. For Leroy Glover, his first bucket, 16-7, Monsters on top, 13:53 to play in the first half. Talbot Kamard with the ball in the corner to Seamster, drives on the baseline, cut off, on top to Kamard. Kamard, right side. Now in the corner to Rayshawn Seamster. Backs down defender. Fade away right side. That's short. Rebounded by a goalie underneath the basket for the Monsters. Out on top to Seamster. Seamster drives. Kicks it on top to Kamard. Kamard back to a goalie. A goalie drives. Pulls up from 12. Baseline left. Over too hard. Rebounded by Seamster. Can't hit the shot. And one for DeRay Seamster. Rayshawn Seamster slow to get up, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Count the basket. The foul will go on 22. Cooper Church, his first. And into the Eastern lineup will be 24, J.J. White, the 6'3 sophomore from Peoria, transfer from Central Arizona. And also into the Eastern lineup, Roy Bunn, the 5'9 freshman from Portland, Oregon. replacing a goalie and Rayshawn Seamster. Now DeRay Seamster at the line, trying to make it a 3-point play for the Monsters. Fires it up and in for DeRay Seamster. Makes it a 19-7 Monster lead with 13:23 to play in the first half here over Arizona Western. Into the front court. Amato with it, out on top. Hands it off to Marmolejos, down low to Glover. Glover against Sang, cut him off right side. Now back to Marmolejos, drives against Sang. He does hit it up and in over Sang. Sang did a great job on the defensive end, went straight up in the air, but Marmolejos was able to put it up and in. 19-9, Monsters by 10. Bunn with the ball near side. Swings it around to White. On top to Bunn, left side to Kamard. Thinks about a long three, but doesn't take it. On top to Sang. Sang draws a double team, swings it around left side to Seamster. Seamster steps through, blocked by Glover, and picked up in the corner. Nope, they're going to call a foul against Talbot Kamard. That'll be his first. Second team foul. Be Matador basketball, but first Rayshawn Seamster back into the Eastern lineup, replacing his brother DeRay Seamster, and also Ryland Van Komen checking into the Eastern lineup, the 6'6" sophomore from Lehigh, Utah, transferred from Clackamas Community College. 12:40 to play in the first half, 19-9, Monsters on top. Amato brings it into the front court, on top to Hargrove, swings it around right side to Marquise Hargrove, who lays it up and in. The assist was from Mattia Gledek, 6'8" freshman. Into the front court. Eastern with the basketball. Rayshawn Seamster goes to the glass and one. Nope. Offensive foul called as Glover took the charge as Rayshawn tried to dunk it over the top of him. That'll be the second on Rayshawn Seamster. Into the Eastern lineup will be a Cook Machar, most likely for Rayshawn Seamster, who's got 2 fouls. And it will be for him. 12:18 to play first half. Eastern by 8, 19-11 with 12:18 to play in the first half. It'll be Matador basketball right to left. Amato with it. Right side to Marmolejos. He'll come left, picks up his dribble. Now on top to Gledek. Now on top to Hargrove, who drives back to Gledek, right side, cut off there. Swings it around right side to Marmolejos. Drives right side, steps through, running floater won't go. J.J. White with the rebound. Off to Bunn. Pushes it up left side to Machar. Machar cut off on the baseline. Cross court near side to Kamard. He'll drive. Down low to Ryland Van Komen, who lays it up and in. Kamard drew the double team and then left it to Van Komen, who laid it up and in. His first bucket of the night, 21-11 Monsters. 11.5 to play in the first half. Marmolejos with the ball, right side, crosses over Bunn. Stolen away by J.J. White. He'll hand it off to Kamard and walk it into the front court. On top, now to Machar. Machar works out on top against Hargrove. Spins through him, blocked on the way up by Glover. That's the second block by Glover. Back into the Matador lineup, number 2, Evan Butts, the 6-foot sophomore from Houston. It'll be Eastern basketball deep in the quarter. Oh, Ryland Van Komen looks like he caught an elbow and he's got some blood between his eyes. He was messing with his forehead on the way back down the floor, but I didn't see any blood till just right now. So athletic trainer Steve Orm will get that all fixed up. Kamard to inbound, gets it into Machar in the corner. Now back out on top to Kamard. Works out on top against Butts. Goes left on him, gets into the lane. Pump fake, leaves it for Theo Sang, and he can't hit the gimme. And out of bounds off of Sang. It will be Matador basketball. That's a couple of times tonight that Kamard has drawn the double team with the nice dish late. Sang just couldn't capitalize. 21-11, Eastern on top. 10:57 to play here in the first half. Butts with the ball against Bunn on the left side. Goes right against Bunn to Marmolejos. Works against right side on the way up. Leaves it short, gets his own rebound. Blocked by Kamard. Gets his own rebound from the backside. And a foul on the floor. Underneath, what's the call? The foul will go on J.J. White Jr. That'll be his first non-shooting foul. Fourth team foul. And they're going to say on the floor, no shot, I believe. The two officials get together. So it'll be Matador basketball, baseline left. Amato will inbounds. 10:40 there. They're going to put 20 back on the shot clock. Amato will inbound. Baseline left for the Matadors. Into Marmolejos. Out on top to Gledek. Works against Machar out on top. Back to Butts. He'll go right. And a foul on the cut through the lane against Eastern. That'll be on Roy Bunn. That'll be his first. And the 5th team foul.
Matador's ball.
It'll be Matador basketball with 10:31 to play. 20 on the shot clock for the Matadors. In on top to Marmolejos. Goes left on the dribble against Machar. Gets into the lane. Running floater is good and one. Machar or Camard. It'll be on 13, a Cook Machar. That'll be his first.
13, Cook Machar, his first. 16.
That'll put Marmolejos at the line for the Matadors.
Alexis Marmolejos.
21-13, Monsters lead. 10:25 to play in the first half of this ACCAC men's basketball game. Free throw on the way and good by Marmolejos. 21-14. And a whistle and a reset of the shot clock.
Monsters ball.
Camard will inbound, backcourt right. Into Bunn, who works it up left to right against Marmolejos. Into the front court, gets a screen from Sang. Bunn drives to the lane, gets up, blocked on the way by. The third by Glover. Into the front court. Amato with it, right baseline. Cross court to Gledek. He's going to drive. Reverse layup is no good. Sang with the rebound for Eastern. He'll push it up to Machar. Left corner to J.J. White Jr. Catch, shoot, three is short. Rebounded by Sang for Eastern. And he's going to be fouled on the ground by, I believe, by Mattia Gledek. It is going to be on him, his first.
12. Mattia Gledek, his first.
Into the Matador lineup, 0, Marquise Hargrove replacing Marmolejos. Into the Eastern lineup, 0, DeRay Seamster. Camard will inbound, baseline left for Eastern, 20 on the shot clock. Into the corner to Sang. Sang, cross court, stolen by Gledek. On the run for the Matadors, into the front court. And out of bounds off of J.J. White Jr., but great hustle by him. He knocked it away. Will be Matador basketball. Deep in the right corner. 9:49 to play in the first half. Eastern leads 21-14. Amato to inbound. Gets it into Butts on the right baseline. He curls all the way around on top to Hargrove. Hargrove against Camard. Out on top, 20 to shoot. Gets a screen from Glover. Goes right, switches on to J.J. White. Gets to the glass, can't hit. Rebounded out of bounds off of Glover. It will be Eastern basketball. Seems like Eastern is having a little bit of the shot clock is either not responding right away or I'm not real sure what's going on, but the clock was running and the shot clock was going down. Looks like Ryland Van Komen is coming back out of the locker room. And he went in there, probably get a couple of butterfly Band-Aids. Can't tell from here just yet. Eastern basketball, 9.5 to play in the first half. Camard with the ball off to White, right side. White drives to Camard, right corner, and he has it knocked out of bounds by Evan Butts. It'll stay with the Matadors. Front court right with 19 on the shot clock. J.J. White Jr. to inbound for Eastern, directly in front of the Eastern bench. Into Machar, right corner, back to White. He's going to fire a three. That's an air ball and picked up by Gledek. Into the hands now of Amato drives it into the front court, right side, hands it off to Hargrove, who will dribble out of the corner to the near side. 19 to shoot. Monsters lead by 7, 21-14. Hargrove leaves it in the lane to Glover, and one. As DeRay Seamster didn't get there in time to take the charge. The foul will go on to Ray Seamster, his first, and that'll put Leroy Glover at the line to shoot one.
7.
And it looks like we've got a little bit of an issue tonight now with the power. And we got all the power back. Coach Turner said, of course it's my kid. It looks like it was Coach Turner's daughter who was too close to the power cable down at the scores table. Glover's second, his free throw up and in and good. 21-17, Monsters lead, 8:58 to play in the first half. DeRay Seamster has it knocked away but gets it back into the hands of Camard. Camard comes right on the dribble, works against Hargrove, leaves it to Seamster. Seamster on Butts, dribble through the double team, and we're going to have a jump ball as Hargrove tied him up. Alternating possession will give it back to the Matadors with 8:44 to play. Eastern was up 21-11, so it's been a mini run, 6-0 run for the Matadors here in this one. Into the front court, Amato with it, hands it off out on top to Hargrove. Hargrove cross court to Butts. Butts right side to Gleddick. Now on top to Amato, right back to Gleddick. Swings it around to Butts. Butts drives around the three-point line. 12 to shoot. Comes left. Out on top to Hargrove. Hargrove going to drive. Scoop shot is on the way. No good. Rebounded by Betts. Blocked and picked up by Sang for Eastern. Off to on the run. Lobs it up to Machar. He can't hit the alley-oop dunk. And picked up by the Matadors. And it's loose at top of the key. Butts has it. Down to Glover to Sedek, and he can't hang on to it. Out of bounds back to the Monsters. Back into the Matador lineup, number 5, Alexis Marmolejos. And in for the first time tonight for Eastern, number 23, Freek Weinolds. 6'8" freshman from Gemert, Netherlands. Will be Eastern basketball. Length of the floor. It will be DeRay Seamster to inbound. Gets it into Machar, who gives it right back to DeRay. 7:55 to play, first half. Eastern up 21-17. Seamster goes left, gets into the lane. Offensive foul called on DeRay Seamster. Talbot Camard right back into the Eastern lineup, replacing DeRay Seamster. Cooper Church back into the Matador lineup as well. 21-17, Monsters have been stuck on 21 for about 3.5 minutes now. It'll be Matador basketball right to left. Into the front court, Amato with it. On top to Church. Church back to Amato. Right side to Marmolejos. Back on top to Amato. Goes left on the dribble. Now spins back right to Marmolejos. Fires the three. Can't find iron, and it will be a turnover back to Eastern Arizona College. It'll be Eastern basketball. Sang to inbound. To Camard. Camard pushes it up the left side. Out on top to Sang. Sang goes left on Butts, off to Machar. He's going to fire a three. Good for a Cook. Machar. 24-17, Monsters on top. Big shot for a Cook, and it ends the scoring drought for the Monsters. Amato into the front court to Butts, left side. On top to Church. Swings it around to Marmolejos. Now back on top to Church. Church goes right now to Amato. Amato comes left on the dribble, gets a screen, goes back right, gets into the lane, goes over Winans over his head, won't go, and Winans with the rebound. Off to Camard. Into the front court, left to right, Monsters lead 24-17 with 6.5 to play in the first half. Sang with the ball, top of the key, crosses over. 3 seconds called down low on Frank Weinolds, and it'll be a turnover back to the Matadors. Back into the Matador lineup, Marquise Hargrove, 6'3" sophomore. It'll be Matador basketball right to left. 6:34 to play in the first half. 24-17, Eastern on top. Monsters have led the entire way. They started with a 6-0 run. They led 21-11. Matadors have chipped away, but Eastern has been solid so far to start this one. Hargrove with the ball right side. Off right side now to Williams. Williams to Hargrove. In the lane to Sedek. Sedek drives, and he's fouled. And that'll be the 8th team foul. So Western will go to the line. The foul will go on 23, Frank Weinolds. And that'll put number 12, Mattia Galetic, at the line. And Glover set to come back into the Western lineup for Gleditch. First one is good. He'll get one more. (24-18), second on the way. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Sang for the Monsters. Off to Kamard. Kamard sprints it into the front court, leaves it on top to Sang. Sang drives out to J.J. White Jr. for three. Front iron won't go. Kamard skies for the rebound. Blocked by Sedich and picked up by the Matadors. That was an impressive display of athleticism by Kamard into the front court, left side. Hargrove with it, left corner. Stolen away by J.J. White, but he can't hang on to it. It'll go out of bounds. Into the Western lineup will be number 13, Leroy Glover. It'll be Matador basketball, front court left. Hargrove will inbound. In on top to Williams. He's going to fire a long three. In and out, no good. Weinolds with the rebound for the Monsters. Off to Kamard. Kamard pushes it into the front court, left side. Off to Machar. Machar goes left on Church. Gets some room. Leaves it for Weinolds. Blocked again by Glover. Left side to Sang. And a whistle on the shot clock again. So 16 now on the shot clock. It'll be a Monster basketball. But first, timeout. Eastern, 5:32 to play in the first half, 24-18. Eastern Arizona College on top. We'll come back inside here, KATO, in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Larry Coquette. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Eva Salamans. I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Java Pie at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Remaining in the first half of this big ACC men's basketball matchup as Eastern Arizona leads Arizona Western 24-18 with 5:32 to play in the first half. Eastern on the floor right now. Theo Sang, Akuk Machar, Frank Weinolds, J.J. White, and Talbot Kamard. It'll be Eastern basketball, front court left. Machar to inbound for the Monsters. In on top to Kamard. Kamard, top of the key, gets a screen from Weinolds. Now goes right. On top to Weinolds. Weinolds tries to get it down low to Theo Sang, but threw it about 12 foot high and out of bounds. Matador basketball, 5:23 to play in the first half. Williams into the front court, top of the key. Right side to Butts. Eastern goes zone this trip down. Left side now to Hargrove, on top to Williams. Goes right. Picks up his dribble, back to Hargrove, left side. In the lane to Glover. Back to Williams, top of the key, comes left. Kicks it left side, Church for a three. Back iron, no good. Rebounded down low by whom? It's going to be a jump ball as Machar and Glover on the floor for it. It'll be a alternating possession back to Eastern. Nice hustle there by Machar and Glover. into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 5, Jerry Boston, 6'4" sophomore from Everett, Washington, replacing Frake Weinoltz. 4:55 to play first half. Monsters lead 24-18. Talbot Camard at the point for Eastern. Walks it into the front court against Williams. Left side to Boston. Boston in the lane to Sang. Sang goes left. Kicks it to Machar, left side. He drives, goes strong, off the glass and one for a Cook. Machar. He took it right at Leroy Glover, and Glover will pick up the foul. That'll be his first, and Machar at the line to try to make it a three-point play for Eastern. Machar at the line. Up and good for a Cook. 27-18, Eastern by 9. 4:38 to play in the first half. Williams will bring it right to left into the front court for the Matadors. Left side to Hargrove. Hargrove in the lane, stolen away by Sang, but picked back up by Glover. He can't hit the shot, and Machar clears. Off to Camard. He'll push it up, left side to Sang. Sang drives, spins, cross court to White, to Boston. He's gonna fire a three. Can't hit, rebounded by Williams on the weak side for the Matadors. He sprints it into the front court, lobs it up to Church, out on top to Hargrove, fires a three, front no good, and Machar with the rebound. 4 minutes to play first half, Monsters by 9, 27-18. Camard will work it up left side against Williams. Near side to Machar. Machar on top to Sang. Sang with 16 to shoot. Out to Boston, left side to Camard. Camard drives, gets to the glass, left-handed and good for Talbot Camard. 29-18, Monsters now by 11. That matches their largest lead. 3.5 to play. Left side, Hargrove with it. Works against Machar. On top to Butts, goes right side now to Williams. Williams to Church, top of the key, swings it around to Hargrove. Hargrove comes right, picked up by Boston in the corner to Williams. Williams, 8 to shoot, comes left around a screen and leaves it to Glover. Down to 3, goes left against Sang, running floater on the way. That won't go. That's a shot clock violation. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona. Eastern defensively has been locked in from the opening tip. Noah Agoli back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Talbot Camard. Machar will inbound to Agoli. He'll walk it left to right into the front court for the Monsters. On top to Singh. Sang left side to Boston. Boston back to Machar into the corner to Sang. Sang drives, gets to the glass, scoop shot won't go. Nice effort though. Rebounded by the Matadors. Amato into the front court. He's going to pull the trigger for a long three. That's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Machar for the Monsters. And then he's fouled by Gleditch. That'll be his second, and that'll put Eastern at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Cook Machar will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Machar 6 points tonight. 1 for 2 at the foul line. First one is good for Machar. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 34, Lee Rickwood Pitt, the 6'9" freshman from Busselton, Australia, on the western coast of Australia. Had a little geography lesson earlier with Lee on the bench. It was geography with Lee and Lee. Second one is good by Machar, and Eastern leads at 31-18 over Western with 2:42 to play in the first half. Full court pressure by the Monsters. Gledick pushes up to the near side to Amato. Amato trapped on the near side. Far corner to Butts. Long three on the way and good. Timeout, Western. Count the basket for Evan Butts to make it 31-21. Eastern leads by 10. We'll be back after this full timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaulo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here giving back and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside here at KATO Gymnasium on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. Packed house here tonight for Rivalry Week. 31-21 Eastern leads with 2:31 to play in the first half. It'll be Eastern basketball. Machar will inbound to Noah Agoli. With 2.5 to play. Machar on top to Agoli. Agoli goes left to Boston. Boston to Machar. Machar to Agoli in the lane. Little fadeaway won't go, but the tip in by Boston will. Jerry Boston with the putback. 33-21 Monsters on top. 2:09 to play in the first half. Amato into the front court. On top, works against Boston. Gledick, right side. Gets it off to Hargrove, who's cut off in the lane. Stolen away by Machar. Here comes Eastern on the run. Machar leaves it on top to Agoli, right side to Boston, in the corner to White. White down low to Rick Woodpitt, on top to Agoli, to Boston, left side to Machar. 3-ball on the way, back iron, no. Amato with the rebound for Western. 97 seconds to play in the first half. Amato goes right around a screen, top of the key, now goes left. Cut off there, nowhere to go against a goalie. Throws up a prayer, it won't go. Rebounded by Rick Woodpitt and into the hands of a goalie. Quickly up to J.J. White Jr. Back to a goalie in the lane to Rick Woodpitt, left-handed and good. Nice dish from a goalie to Rick Woodpitt. 35-21 Monsters by 14 with 70 seconds to play in the first half. Amato with it, top of the key, leaves it for Hargrove. Hargrove against a goalie. Gets a screen from Glover, or looking for a screen from Glover, but a goalie making it difficult. Goes left, gets into the lane, off the glass, no good, but a foul will be called against the Monsters. The foul will go on 5. Jerry Boston, his first. That is the 10th team foul, though. So that will put Western in the double bonus. And also Marquise Hargrove to the line to shoot 2. 55.9 seconds to play in the first half, 35-21, Eastern on top. The first free throw is good by Hargrove. Back into the Matador lineup, number 10, Malachi Harris, 6'6" sophomore. And Hargrove back to the line for one more. Second one is good. 2 for 2 for Hargrove. He heads to the bench, replaced by Alexis Marmolejos. 55.9 to play in the first half. Eastern up 35-23. Machar will run the point for Eastern. Picked up at the midcourt stripe by Butts. Goes left to Boston. Boston in the corner to a goalie. A goalie to Rick Woodpitt. He'll get it back out on top to White. Near side to Machar. Machar goes left into the lane, around Glover. Scoop shot is good for a Cook. Machar. 37-23, Eastern on top. Amato into the front court against Machar. Running floater is good for Amato. 37-25 Monsters. 22 seconds to play in the first half. The shot clock is off. Machar works against Butts into the front court. Machar goes right, now left, 8 to shoot, or 8 to play. Machar is fouled on the way by. No shot, but he will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. The foul will go on to Evan Butts, his first. That'll put Machar at the line to shoot 1 and 1 for the Monsters, as that's the 8th team foul. Machar with 10 points in the first half. Machar ready for the 1 and 1. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Marmolejos. 4 seconds. into the front court, over Machar at the buzzer, and good for Alexis Marmolejos. And at the end of the first half, it's Eastern 37, Western 28. We'll be back for the Kimpton Chevrolet halftime report coming up right after this. Welcome into the Kimpton Chevrolet halftime report. Lee Patterson with you. Kimpton Chevrolet, your straight shooting dealer in the Gila Valley, or online at KimptonChevrolet.com. At halftime, Eastern leads Arizona Western 37-28. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. First for the Matadors, Marquise Hargrove with 6, 3 points for Evan Butts, 11 for Alexis Marmolejos to lead the Matadors, 2 points for Isaiah Amato, 1 point for Mattia Athletic, and 5 points for Leroy Glover to go along with 3 blocked shots. For Eastern, DeRay Seamster with 9 points, 2 points for Noah Agoli, 6 points for Rayshawn Seamster, 10 points for Akuk Machar to lead the Monsters, 2 points for Rylan Van Komen, 2 points for Theo Sang, 2 points for Lee Rickwood Pitt, 2 for Talbot Kumard, and 2 for Jerry Boston as well for the Monsters. Taking a deeper dive into the first half stats. Arizona Western shot 10 of 28 from the floor, 35.7%, 3 of 8 from 3, 37.5%, and 5 of 6 from the foul line, 83.3%. Eastern shot 15 of 36 from the floor, 41.5%, only 1 of 7 from 3, that's 14%, and 6 of 7 at the foul line. Eastern out-rebounded Western 22-12 in the first half. Eastern turned the ball over only 3 times in the first half compared to the 7 for Arizona Western. Eastern has scored 24 points in the paint. Arizona Western 14. Eastern has just 8 points off the bench. Arizona Western has 22 of their 28 points off the bench. Eastern has led the entire way, no ties and no lead changes. Eastern's last field goal came at the 38-second mark, and Arizona Western's came on the Marmolejos 3 at the buzzer. Eastern's largest lead was by 14 with 1:17 to play in the first half. Theo Sang just 2 points in the first half, 5 rebounds though to lead Eastern in that category. Actually, Akuk Machar has 5. He's halfway to the double-double on that one. Nobody with more than 3 rebounds on the Matadors lineup. It's halftime, 37-28. Eastern leads Arizona Western. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back after this. Welcome back into the Kimpton Chevrolet Halftime Report. Kimpton Chevrolet is your straight shooting dealer in the Gila Valley, online at KimptonChevrolet.com. Eastern leads Western 37-28 at the break. And let's take a look at some news from around the sporting world. Safford native Justin Gaethje is close to finalizing his next fight with Rafael Fiziev at UFC 286, according to ESPN.com's Brett Okamoto. Contracts have not been signed, but the 155-pound contest is expected to be shored up shortly. Multiple sources tell ESPN the UFC 286 pay-per-view is scheduled for March 18th from the O2 Arena in London. So that we hadn't heard where Justin Gaethje's next fight might be or against who, but that is according to ESPN. Just came out literally just is in the middle of that timeout. Let's take a look at some scores in the men's basketball. Arizona State beat Oregon State 74-69. Number 9 Arizona fell at Oregon 87-68. Other top 25. Actually, let's look at the Pac-12 slate tonight. Washington leads Cal 78-75 with 12 seconds to play in overtime. Number 7 UCLA leads Colorado 15-12. Stanford leads Washington State 17-14, and later tonight, Utah is at USC. In the ACC, EAC, this is the last game of the night. Everybody else has already played in the league today, the 2 o'clock games. So let's check out some of the finals from earlier. Scottsdale Community College beat Central Arizona 89-64. No score reported for Mesa and Phoenix. Cochise beat Chandler Gilbert 69-66. No score reported for South Mountain and Yavapai. And no score reported for Glendale and Pima, but I did see on social media that Pima beat Glendale in that one. Women's basketball, Scottsdale beat Central 70-67. That is the only score reported on the women's side in the league. With NFL playoff football action starting today. Earlier today, the 49ers beat the Seahawks 41-23 to move into the next round, and with 10:58 to play in the first quarter, the Chargers lead the Jaguars 7-0. Tomorrow's action, Dolphins are at the Bills, the Giants at the Vikings, the Ravens at the Bengals, and the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. I heard earlier when watching one of the pregame shows on the NFL earlier today that this is the first time, or not the first time, but all games this week are rematches from the regular season. Here, Eastern leads Western 37-28. We'll take our final time out of the Kempton Chevrolet halftime report. We'll come back with more here from Eastern after this. Welcome back inside here at KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. Second half starters for the Monsters will be Rayshawn Seamster, Cook Machar, DeRay Seamster, Theo Sang, and Noah Agoli. Second half starters for the Matadors. Will be Yaxel Lindeborg, Marquise Williams, Evan Butts, Leroy Glover, and Marquise Hargrove. So now Matadors go with both their big guys in for the second half. It'll be Matador basketball to start the second half. Butts with it, out on top to Hargrove. Hargrove around to Landenborg, left side. Out on top to Glover. Right side now to Williams. To Butts. Butts stolen away by Eastern. Quickly up to Rayshawn Seamster. Rayshawn steps through to the glass. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Here come the Matadors on the run. Left side to Butts. In transition for three. Good for Evan Butts. 37-31. Monsters by 6. Just underway here in the second half. Seamster into the front court. Goes right on the dribble. Now left into the lane. Kicks under, or kicks up a shot, won't go. Rebound is loose. Evan Butts pulls it down. Off to Williams. Long pass down low to Landenborg, and he dunks it home two-handed. Timeout, Eastern. 19:06 to play in the ball game. 37-33. Quick start for the Matadors. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Larry Coquette. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Eva Salamans. I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Java Pie at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
After the timeout, it'll be Monster basketball. They lead by 4. A quick start by the Matadors. Forced a timeout by Cameron Turner. Will be Eastern basketball. DeRay Seamster to inbound. Into a goalie, who leaves it right back to Seamster. Picked up by Butts at the timeline. Right side to Machar. Machar out on top to Seamster. Seamster left side to Seamster. Down low to Sang against Glover. Sang goes to work against him into the lane. Kicks it out to Seamster on top to a goalie. 12 to shoot. A goalie to Seamster. Goes right at Landenborg. Can't hit, and a foul going to be called on the way up. That'll be the third on Landenborg.
Foul on Matadors, number 3.
That'll put Rayshawn Seamster at the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. And Landenborg did not like the call, and now he's having a conversation with the official about it. Rayshawn Seamster's first free throw is up and good. 38-33, Eastern by 5, 18:41 to play. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Landenborg. Into the hands of Marquise Williams. Williams lobs it to Glover. Works against Machar. Swings it out to Landenborg. Left corner now to Hargrove. Hargrove drives to Landenborg into the lane. Running floater off glass won't go. Gets his own rebound. That follow won't go. He'll get it a second time. Steps through and one this time. Theo Sang will pick up the foul. The foul on Sang will be his first. And Landenborg will go to the line to shoot one. Pensacola, New Jersey, 6'9" sophomore, headed to St. John's. Now Landenborg at the line. That one is up and in. 38-36, Matadors to within 2. 18-13 to play in the ball game. Into the front court, Seamster with it, on top to Sang. Sang crossover, spins on Glover in the lane. The floater is in and out, no good. Landenborg with the rebound. Off to Williams. He'll sprint it into the front court for Western. On top to Landenborg. Thinks about a three. Now swings it around to Hargrove near side. Hargrove goes left. 15 feet from the basket. Steps through. Off glass, no good. Rebounded by Glover, his turnaround is no good, but Rayshawn Seamster there to clear for the Monsters. Off to a goalie. A goalie right side to Seamster. Seamster works against Hargrove. Out on top to Machar. Machar, crossover, gets to the lane. Left-handed layup and good for a Cook Machar. 6'7" freshman can handle like that and get to the basket. Eastern by 4, 40-36. Landeborg into the front court, left side, on top to Hargrove. Hargrove hands it off on top to Williams. Williams comes right on the dribble. Now goes left into the elbow. Now to Butts with 9 to shoot. Butts comes right around a screen from Glover. And then a foul going to be called on a Cook Machar with a hip check, his second. It'll be the second team foul, non-shooting foul. Matadors will inbound front court right. Landeborg will inbound. On top to Williams. Right side to Butts. Butts off to Glover, back to Landenborg, runs into a defender, wraps it around into the corner to Williams. Williams into the lane to Hargrove, pump fake, can't find anything. 4 to shoot to Butts for a 3, in and out, no good. Sang with the rebound. Quickly up to Machar into the front court. He'll leave it to Seamster, to a goalie. A goalie right side to Seamster. He's going to go to the glass and hit for Rayshawn Seamster over Landenborg. 42-36, Monsters on top. Williams into the front court against Machar. Out on top for Butts. Butts against a goalie. And it's kicked into the backcourt and goes out of bounds. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona College. Into the Western lineup, number 5, Alexis Marmolejos. It'll be Eastern basketball, front court right. DeRay Seamster will inbound. Into the corner to Rayshawn, right side. Kicks it in the corner to Machar for 3. Good! Just a 2. Just a 2 for a Cook Machar. Just a 2, 44-36. 15:52 to play. Williams into the front court for Western. On top to Landeborg. Right side to Marmolejos. Gets to the glass, blocked out of bounds. Off of Marmolejos. And a technical foul called on both teams. It'll be a taunting technical on DeRay Seamster and a pushing technical on the Matadors. Double technical on 0 DeRay Seamster and 13 Leroy Glover. So offsetting, half the distance to the goal, first down. It'll be Eastern basketball into the Matador lineup, 22 Cooper Church. Eastern basketball right to left. And it'll be a team foul on each. Did that get counted? No. 15:40 to play. Eastern leads 44-36. Seamster will work it up right side against Marmolejos. Now drives into the front court, leaves it back to a goalie. On top to Sang. Sang goes left, now right on Church, spins into the lane, and he's fouled on the way by. The foul will go on 0, Marquise Hargrove. That'll be his second, third team foul. A goalie will inbound baseline right for the Monsters. 20 on the shot clock. Lobs it in to Rayshawn Seamster, and he's fouled by Landenborg on the way up. That'll be his 4th. That's the 4th on Yaxel Landenborg, as he didn't get out of the way of Rayshawn Seamster going up for the dunk. To the line to shoot 2 is Rayshawn Seamster. The home crowd likes the foul call on the big man, his 4th. Rayshawn's first free throw is good. Into the Western lineup, number 10, Malachi Harris. And back to the line for his second is Rayshawn Seamster. 45-36. Monsters have built back a 9-point lead. Seamster second on the way and good as well. 46-36. Monsters back to a 10-point lead with 15:25 to play. Williams with the ball, backcourt, up to Marmolejos near side, works against Machar. Now steps it back out on top to Williams. Williams hands it off to Marmolejos. On top to Hargrove, left side to Harris. Harris, backdoor cut, up and good by Marmolejos. 46-38 stops the Monster run. Sang with the ball, top of the key, works against Church, goes to the glass, can't hit. Rebounded out of bounds off of Rayshawn Seamster. The Monster bench thought it went off of Harris while he was standing out of bounds, but and Eugene Edgerson, the lead official, is looking for, I don't know if he was looking for some sweat or something over there, but he was cleaning up a little mess, and it will be Matador basketball. 14:50 to play in the game. 46-38, Eastern on top. Williams into the front court, hands it off to Marmolejos. Marmolejos drives right, gets to the glass, blocked on the way up. Long pass out, off the backboard, and the two-handed dunk is no good by Rayshawn Seamster, but picked up by a goalie. To Machar, steps through, scoop won't go. Dunk by Sang won't go. Gets it back, pump fake, off the glass won't go, but he's fouled by Harris. Man, this game is being played above the rim here tonight. The foul will go on 10, Malachi Harris, his first. And that'll put Theo Sang at the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. Theo Sang tonight with just 2 points, but he has played a solid half of basketball. His first one rolls in for the Monsters. Into the Eastern lineup, number 55, Talbot Camard, replacing DeRay Seamster. And now Sang back to the line for his second. That one is up and in as well. 48-38, Monsters back by 10 with 14.5 to play. Into the front court, Williams with the ball right side. Works against Sang, spins on the baseline. His floater is up and in. Nice move by Williams to get up and over Theo Sang, 48-40. Monsters on top. A goalie into the front court. Left side to Machar, on top to Rayshawn. Rayshawn steps through, loses the handle. Gets it back. His follow is up and good for Rayshawn Seamster. That puts the Monsters back on top by 10, 50-40. Williams works it up against a goalie, top of the key. Right side. Now goes left, and an illegal screen called on Church on the top of the key. And we're waiting for the foul call. It is officially on Church, his second. Into the Eastern Arizona lineup, J.J. White, DeRay Seamster, and Roy Bunn. Into the Western lineup, number 11, Isaiah Amato. And Kyle Isaacs having a conversation with Eugene Edgerson, the near side official. 13:38 to play in the game, 50-40, Monsters on top. DeRay Seamster leaves it for Bunn in the backcourt, right to left. Goes right on the dribble around Marmolejos, on top to White. White drives, kicks it in the corner to Seamster. He follows, double team comes, right side to Sang. Sang goes, blocked on the way up by Amato. Into the hands of Hargrave, to the glass, and fouled on the way up by Talbot Camard. That'll be the second on Camard. That'll put the Matadors at the line. Hargrove at the line, 6'3" sophomore. 6 points tonight for the Matadors. In and out, no good on the first. 13:16 to play. Eastern on top, 50-40 over Arizona Western. Second one by Hargrove is good. 50-41, Monsters by 9. Bunn with the basketball into the front court, right side to White. Out on top to Camard. Camard back to White, comes left, and an illegal screen. No, an offensive foul called on Theo Sang on an illegal screen. That'll be the second on Sang. Back into the Matador lineup, number 2, Evan Butts. It'll be Matador basketball, backcourt left. Harris will inbound. Into Amato. Works against Camard in the backcourt. Amato on the left-handed dribble against Camard. On top to Butts. Butts right side to Marmolejos. Drives on Bunn. Bunn strips it away and steals it. Monsters on the run. 3-on-1. Left corner to J.J. White. Catch. Shoot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Eastern. Back to White for another 3. That's no good. Sang will pull down the rebound for Eastern. Loses it, but gets it back and scoop and score for Theo Sang. 52-41, Monsters by 11. High energy ball game here tonight between these two teams, 2 of the top 3 in the ACCAC. Butts with the ball left side, on top to Church, around right side to Marmolejos. Out on top to Harris. Harris comes right, pulls up from 15, instead gives it to Church, swings it around to Amato. Amato pulls the trigger, left side for a 3, back iron, no good. Bunn with the rebound. And he'll slow it down for the Monsters. Off to Seamster into the front court. Back to Bunn. Bunn on top to Camard. Camard out on top to Bunn. Bunn gets a screen from Sang, comes left with it into the lane. Left corner to Camard. Camard, 3-ball on the way, misses badly, and Church with the rebound. Off to Amato, and then Camard will pick up a foul on a reach-in the backcourt. That'll be the 3rd on Talbot Camard. 6-team foul, though, so the Monsters on the next foul. Both teams have 6-team fouls, so the next foul on both sides will put the other in the bonus. The remaining 11 and a half of this one could be a free throw shooting contest down the stretch. Matador basketball in the backcourt. Amato with it. On top to Marmolejos. Left side to Butts, around to Harris. Harris comes right on top to Amato, hands it back to Harris. Harris on top to Butts. Butts comes left, hands it off on top to Marmolejos. Gets in the lane, gets to the glass and score it for Alexis Marmolejos. 52-43 Monsters with 11-11 left in this one. End of the front court, Camard with it, left side. Drives into the corner to Seamster. Seamster comes right, cross court to his brother Rayshawn, who will drive the right baseline. Kicks it to Camard in the corner. He'll take a 12-foot jumper left side over the iron too hard, and Amato with the rebound for for Western. He'll bring it up himself, left side. 10:45 to play, Monsters by 9. Left corner, Butts for a 3, in and out, no good. Church with a rebound and score. He boxed out Dure Seamster, and a timeout called by Western. 10:36 to play in the ball game. Eastern leads at 52-46. We'll be back inside in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Larry Coquette. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Eva Salomans. I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Yavapai at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Back inside KATO Gymnasium. Packed house here tonight with the Gila Valley basketball community and all the youth players in their jerseys here tonight. K through 12, if you wore your jersey or your team warm-up tonight. And I think they responded well. It'll be Eastern basketball after the timeout. Noah Agoli into the lineup. He'll get the ball now. Theo Sang back in as well. Agoli into the front court, right side, gets a screen from Sang, comes left with it, out on top to Seamster. Rayshawn goes left, hands it off to J.J. White. He'll spin left. Pulls a trigger for a 3 and 1. J.J. White Jr. for 3 and 1. And a warning to the Eastern bench. count to 3. The foul will go on 11, Isaiah Amato, and a bench warning against Eastern Arizona College.
Isaiah Amato, his first, 17 foul.
J.J. White Jr. at the line to try to make it a 4-point play.
The Monsters.
55-45. And J.J. White Jr. to the line to try to make it a 4-point play. Free throw on the way and good for J.J. White Jr. 4-point play for him. 56-45, Eastern on top. Into the front court, Evan Butts with the basketball. Right side, comes left on the dribble, out on top to Amato. Amato comes right against Bunn to Marmolejos. Marmolejos against J.J. White Jr. Right corner to Butts. Butts pulls the trigger for a 3. Back iron, no. Rayshawn Seamster with the rebound. Into the hands of Roy Bunn now. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. Eastern leading 56-45. Bunn into the front court to Rayshawn Seamster right side. Seamster hold it above his head to White. Near side, catch, shoot, 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Rayshawn Seamster. Up, under, blocked on the way. Rebound again by Seamster. Can't lay it in. Sang gets it back underneath the basket and throws it off the back of the basket. They're going to say stay here, though. They're going to say blocked out of bounds by the Western Matadors. So it will be Eastern basketball. Eastern basketball, Yaxel Landenborg back into the lineup.
Marquise Williams. And number 3, Yaxel Lindenborg.
And it looks like we lost the scoreboards again. Oh, now here they come back. 9:31 to play. 56-45, Eastern on top. Bunn to inbound baseline left for Eastern. Lobs it in on top to a goalie with 16 to shoot. It's cross court to White, right side, back on top to a goalie. With 10 to shoot, a goalie left side to Bunn. Bunn goes left, draws the double team, gets to the glass, can't hit. The follow by Sang, no good. Rebounded by Landenborg. Pushes it into the front court to Marmolejos. He'll drive to the basket, leaves it underneath the Landenborg, and he lays it up and in.
Yaxel Lindenborg.
56-47, Monsters by 9 minutes to play. A goalie with the ball into the front court to Seamster. Crossover on Landenborg off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Sang, out on top to Bunn. Bunn to a goalie with 17 to shoot. Gets a screen from Sang, goes left with it, pulls up from 12, left side, good for Noah Agoli. 58-47, Monsters with 8.5 to play. Williams with the ball into the front court, left to right. On top to Marmolejos. Right corner to Church. Church against White. In the lane to Williams. Pump fake, step under, floater is good for Marquise Williams. 58-49 Eastern with 8:20 to play. Bunn with the basketball. Into the front court, right side to Rayshawn Seamster. Seamster goes right, draws the double team on top to J.J. White Jr. Fires the 3, good for J.J. White Jr. 61-49, Monsters on top. As Williams brings it into the front court, on top to Landenborg. Landenborg holds, left side to Butts, into the corner to Church. Church to Landenborg, underneath, reverse layup is good for Yaxel. 61-51. Eastern by 10 with 7:40 to play. A goalie into the front court. Works against Williams. Goes left on him, gets through into the lane, kicks it on top to Bunn. Right corner to White Jr. for 3. In and out, no good. Noah Agoli can't hit the follow, and Church will pull it down. Off to Marmolejos, into the front court, goes to the glass, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul will go on Roy Bunn, his second. Seventh team foul, so the Matadors in the bonus the remaining 7:20 of this one. Marmolejos, a 6'1" freshman for the Matadors at the line. Shooting 2, his first one is good. Into the Eastern lineup, DeRay Seamster, Cook Machar, and Talbot Camard. And into the Matador lineup, number 13, Leroy Glover.
Number 13, Akut Machar. And number 55, Talbot Lamar.
And now back to the line for the Matadors for his second, Alexis Marmolejos. 61-52 Monsters. Marmolejos' second one is good as well. 61-53. Eastern on top, 7:16 to play. DeRay Seamster into the front court. Cross court to Camard, right side. Camard on top to Machar. Machar left side to Seamster. Back on top to Machar. Machar to Seamster. Seamster drives on top to Machar. Running floater on the way too hard. Gets his own rebound and he's fouled. That'll be the 7th team foul, and Machar to the line to shoot 1 and 1. That'll be Marquise Williams first. And Machar will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1 for Eastern. Now Machar.
Please do not walk behind the scoreboard.
Now Machar to the foul line as we got somebody. Every time somebody walks behind the scorer's table, it loses power. The first one by Machar is up and good. Sorry about that, Timmy. Back in the studio, I was looking and not talking. That's my fault. It will be Machar back to the line for his second. That one is up and good as well. 2 for 2 at the line for O'Cook. Makes it 63-53. Monsters by 10 once again. Williams with the ball, works against White. Now double team, stolen away by DeRay Seamster to the glass, and he'll lay it up and in for DeRay Seamster. 65-53, Monsters on top, 6:40 to play. Marmolejos trapped, gets it to Landenborg, left side. Back on top to Marmolejos, hands it off to Williams. Williams to Marmolejos now, top of the key, 16 to shoot. Gets it to Butts on the run. Butts drives, left side, running floater on the way, no good. And a foul going to be called against 0, DeRay Seamster. That'll be his third. That'll put Evan Butts at the line to shoot a pair. 65-53. Did we count the technical towards him earlier in our book? It is a personal foul, so that is his 4th on DeRay Seamster. The first one by Butts, no good. DeRay Seamster to the bench, and Rayshon Seamster will replace him. Evan Butts back to the line for his second. On the way, and good. 65-54, Monsters on top. 6:18 to play in the ball game. Sang with the ball on top to Camard, left side to Seamster. Now back on top to White. White around to Camard, right corner, and he throws it away into the hands of Williams. Turnover, back to the Matadors. He pushes it into the front court, left to right, on top to Marmolejos. Drives the baseline, pump fake, nowhere to go. And a 3-second violation down low called against the Matadors. Good defense there by Theo Sang. Roy Bunn back into the Monster lineup, replacing Talbot Camard. 5:58 to play. Monsters lead by 11. Machar into the front court to White. Back to Machar. Machar on top to Sang. Sang wants to go one-on-one against Landenborg, who has 4. Swings it around to Seamster. Down low to Sang. Sang goes off the glass and good. Landenborg has 4, so he didn't go after the block shot. 67-54. Eastern leads, 5.5 to play. Butts with the ball, left side to Landenborg. Out on top now to Glover, around near side to Williams. Williams with the alternating dribble on the angle right. Backs it up against Machar. Looking for some room, goes left around Rayshon Seamster, gets into the lane. Lefty off the glass, won't go. Machar clears for the Monsters. Into the hands of Bunn. Bunn to Machar. Machar to Bunn, top of the way out near the logo. Bunn trying to find some room, gets it to Seamster right side. Seamster comes left, now goes back right, tries to get it down low, does, finally to Theo Sang, and he dunks it home. Two-handed for the Monsters. 69-54 Eastern, 4:45 to play. into the front court. Williams with it off to Marmolejos. Now on top to Landenborg. Off to Glover. Landenborg goes left against Sang. He wants to go one-on-one. He goes left baseline, and a reach-in foul going to be called against Theo. That'll be the third on Theo Sang, and that'll put Landenborg at the line to shoot 1-1. Timeout, Eastern Arizona College, 4:32 to play in the ball game. Eastern 69, Arizona Western 54. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaulo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Been a great basketball game between Arizona Western and Eastern Arizona. 4.5 to play. Eastern leads it by 15, 69-54. Yaxel Landenborg at the line to shoot 1-1 for the Matadors. On the way, front iron, no good. Rayshawn Seamster with the rebound. Into the hands of Bunn for the Monsters. 4.5 to play. Into the front court. Goes right around to Sang, screen. Now swings it to Theo, right back to Roy. 16 to shoot. Works against Butts, comes left into the lane. On top to Seamster. Now to Sang. Sang tries to go to Machar right side, but Machar had cut to the basket, and Sang's pass goes out of bounds. Turnover back to Arizona Western. Williams with the basketball. Left to right for Arizona Western. Into the front court to Landenborg. Near side to Butts. Butts against White into the corner. Now to Glover. Glover to Williams. Williams on the right elbow. Goes right baseline. Lobs it back to Glover. Glover. Scoop shot won't go, but Theo can't hang on to the rebound. It'll be Matador basketball with 13 on the shot clock. They're going to put the shot clock at 20. It'll be Matador basketball to Landenborg. Works against Sang in the lane. Down low to Williams, and he lays it up and in underneath. Marquise Williams snuck in amongst the trees and was able to find some room. 69-56 Eastern. Into the front court, Sang with the basketball. Near side to Seamster. Seamster leaves it on top to Sang. Sang back to Seamster. Goes right on the dribble against Butts to Bunn. 10 to shoot, near side to White. White goes left. Step back three on the way, and back iron won't go. Landenborg with the rebound. He'll lead the break himself. Left side now to Hargrove. Hargrove slows it down. 3 minutes to play. Monsters by 13. Off to Williams. Williams to Butts. He's going to catch and shoot the three. That's short. White with the rebound for the Monsters. Into the hands of Bunn, who will walk it now into the front court. He's met by Williams near the time stripe. And a whistle. The foul will be on number 1, Marquise Williams, his second. That'll put Bunn at the line to shoot 1-1. Bunn at the line for the Monsters. Tonight for Roy Bunn, looking for his first point, and that one rolls in for him. 1 point for Roy Bunn. Big rebounding night for Rayshawn Seamster. He's got 11. So does Theo Sang. Second one by Bunn, in and out, no good. Landenborg with the rebound. Into the hands of Williams. 70-56, Monsters on top, 2:40 to play. Hands it off to Butts, left side, on top to Hargrove, right side to Landenborg. He's going to go right on Machar, cut off on the baseline, hands it to Butts. He's going to fire the three. That's short. Reverse layup by Glover. Okay, that was an athletic move. A reverse layup on the follow. I mean, a reverse dunk on the follow. Leroy Glover with authority. That's one of the most athletic plays I've seen in person in a long time. Into the front court, Rayshawn Seamster with it. Left side, Machar, now to Rayshawn in the lane. Right side to Roy Bunn. He's going to fire a three. Good for Roy Bunn. 73-58 Monsters with 2 minutes to play. That was a big shot from Bunn. Into the front court, Landenborg to Butts. Poked away by White. Bunn chases it back down to Landenborg, right side. He's going to step back for a three. That's good. And a timeout called by the Matadors. 1:45 to play. Eastern technical foul called on Landenborg, and I think he's going to be done. As we were going to timeout, Landenborg will pick up his 5th on a technical foul. So Landenborg will head back to the bench, or back to the locker room. So a timeout by the Matadors. But a technical foul is going to be called against Landenborg as we were going to break. So we'll wait to see what the officials say here. Two of the officials are talking it over. And here's the call from the officials. So a timeout called, technical foul on Landenborg. That is his 5th. That'll be 5th. That's the limit. So he is fouled out of this one with 1:45 to play. 73-61 Eastern leads. So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Larry Coquette. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Eastern on top. And at the line to shoot the free throws. Oh, the basketball is all the way down at the other end of the floor. Theo Sang will go to the line for the Monsters to shoot the technical foul free throws. I think Eastern will get the ball back after the technical as well. I think they said it was a Class A technical on Yaxel Landenborg. Theo Sang at the line for the Monsters to shoot free throws. His first one is short. He'll get one more. And now ready to go. His second is short as well. Theo Sang with the cringe face look to the bench after those 2 free throw attempts. It will be Monster basketball. Length of the floor, right to left. Rayshawn Seamster to inbound. Eastern by 12 with 1:45 to play. Rayshawn Seamster to inbound. Into Bunn. Up to Sang. Sang up right side to J.J. White Jr. Eastern will back it back out. Right side to Rayshawn Seamster. To Sang. Sang drives, kicks it in the corner to Machar. Out to Bunn with 16 to shoot. Bunn works against Hargrove. Goes left around him, gets into the lane, and knocked out of bounds by Williams. Check that, Evan Butts knocked it out of bounds. I think he was trying to lob it to Rayshawn Seamster, but before he could get it released out of his hands, it was knocked out of bounds. Bunn will inbound baseline left with 8 to shoot. Lobs it in on top to Machar. 7 to shoot. Lob down to Sang, and he's fouled by 0, Hargrave. Hargrave comes over right away and says, hey, I did not mean to dump you like that. Hargrove. Sang will go to the line. 0. The foul on Hargrove will be his 3rd. That will put Sang at the line to shoot 2. Eastern in the double bonus. Been a good game for the Monsters here this evening. They started fast. Sang is no good on his first. That's 3 in a row from the line that he is so confused too. Looking for some shooting advice from the sidelines. Sang second on the way. That one back iron, no good. Rebounded by Church. Into the hands of Williams. Williams on top, near side to Hargrove. Now back to Butts. Butts drives to Hargrove, right side. He'll pull the trigger from 3. That won't go. Sang with another rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Glover, but it'll be Eastern basketball. 1:03 to play, Monsters by 12. Rayshawn Seamster will inbound. Into White. White double teamed, dribbles out of it, on top to Bunn. 3-on-2, but Bunn will just get it into the front court, leave it for White. Back to Bunn. Bunn spins and loses the handle, but a whistle going to be called on a foul. It's either Hargrove or Butts. It is going to be Butts. That'll be his second. And Roy Bunn will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. There's a big win for Eastern tonight. Lead, well, I say win, but they've got to hold on 12 points in 51.7 seconds. Bunn's first free throw is good. That'll be their 14th win of the season. They'll go to 7-2 in the league and jump the Matadors into second place behind Cochise College. Bunn's second free throw on the way. That one rolls in and then out. Church with the rebound. 74-61 Eastern with 50 seconds to play. Into the front court, Butts fires the 3. Good. Just a two for Evan Butts. Just a two for Evan Butts. White into the front court, on top, stolen away by the Matadors. Glover up to Hargrove, and he'll lay it up and in. 76-63 Eastern. Should be 65, 76-65. Theo Sang into the front court, right side to Rayshawn Seamster. He'll reverse layup it up and good for the Monsters. 78-65. Eastern leads. 20 seconds to play. And then a turnover on the Matadors as Butts can't pull it down on the near side. Should be 78. $74-65 is what's on the scoreboard. I think it should be 78. But I'm not a mathematician. Monsters will win it. Final score. Maybe 74, maybe 76-65. Here over Arizona Western. We'll be back to recap it on the Open Loop Energy postgame show right after this.
I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Java Pie at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hey Coach, you just saw the new Gila Hank. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it. It's fierce.
Eastern wins it 76-63 over Arizona Western Matadors. Let's take a look at the scoring for Western. 9 points for Marquise Hargrove, 6 points for Marquise Williams, 9 for Evan Butts, 12 points and 8 rebounds for Yaxel Lindenborg. 17 points and 3 rebounds for Alexis Marmolejos to lead the Matadors tonight. 2 points and 4 rebounds for Isaiah Amato. 1 point and 2 rebounds for Gleddick. 7 points for Leroy Glover, and 2 points and 4 rebounds for Cooper Church. For Eastern Arizona College, DeRay Seamster with 11 points and 4 rebounds, 4 points and 2 rebounds for Noah Agoli, 15 points and 11 rebounds for Rayshawn Seamster. He gets a double-double tonight. 5 points for Roy Bunn, 16 points and 5 rebounds for Akuk Machar, 2 points for Ryland Van Komen, 7 points and 2 rebounds for J.J. White Jr., 10 points and 12 rebounds for Theo Seng. He gets a double-double as well. 2 points for Lee Rickwood Pitt, 2 points for Talbot Camard, and 2 for Jerry Boston. Let's take a deeper dive in the stats here tonight. Eastern led by as many as 15 tonight. Arizona Western never led tonight. Eastern went wire to wire tonight. They out-rebounded Arizona Western 41-28. Eastern only turned the ball over 6 times the entire game to 12 for Arizona Western. The Matadors fall to 13-4 and 6-3. Eastern will move to 14-4 and 7-2 in the ACC. Big win, big crowd, fun game tonight here at Eastern Arizona College. That'll do it for us on the men's game. Women coming up at 7:30 on the EAC Athletics YouTube feed. For my statistician Amanda Patterson, my producer Big Time Timmy Jim, I'm Lee Patterson saying thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend. Good night.
Hello, my name is Larry Pitt. I'm from Perth, Australia, and I'm studying general. Come see me and the team take on Yellow Pie at 6 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Eva Salamans. I'm from Sweden and I'm studying general studies. Come see the team and I take on Java Pie at 8 p.m. on January 25th at KATO Gym.